So Lisa, first of all, congratulations on winning the Scottish Building Society SWPL Player of the Month award for November 2020. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels really good, thanks. Obviously it's nice to be recognised for good performances and hard work, but obviously I've got to give credit to every one of my teammates who helped me perform and have obviously put me up for this nomination, because really if I didn't have them around me I wouldn't be able to perform the way I have. So yeah, it's credit to myself and the team, so really happy.
November was a great month for the team and for yourself personally, winning all the games. How did you feel that on the pitch you got on as a team and individually as well?
Yeah, well, obviously we've got really good team morale, and like you said, on the pitch we took that onto the pitch and we got full points that month, so it just shows the character that we do have in the team, and that everyone's fighting for each other and backing each other, and we're all striving towards the same thing.
The first game in November was a 10-0 win over Heart of Midlothian. Some performance from your side and bouncing back from the first defeat against Glasgow City in the first game of the season. Give us your thoughts on that match specifically.
Yeah, of course. So obviously after a defeat it's important to get a game right away, and obviously we came up against Hearts, who are obviously a good side and they're very well organised with lots of good individuals as well. So again, credit to everyone at Celtic. We had to go and put a performance on, and we did, and it was really good that we were clinical and made a statement that we are able to come back from a defeat, and obviously to get 10 goals was huge.
Did it give your side a bit of a confidence boost perhaps? Obviously a defeat against Glasgow City, they are the reigning champions, but going in and putting in a performance like that and scoring 10 goals, did that boost the confidence for the side?
Yeah, of course it did. It's obviously it gives you massive confidence when you win, but when you go out and score 10 goals and get an overall great performance and everyone's part of it, then yeah, it's massive confidence, and you can only build from performances like that.
Going into the next game against Spartans, another Edinburgh side, a very different scoreline, only a 1-0 victory in that, but does that show a kind of a gritty side to your team in the fact that you're able to grind out results in that manner as well?
Yeah, of course. I think in the Spartans game we did dominate, but like you said, they made it hard and it was gritty. But yeah, it shows that we can perform in two ways. We can go out and score 10 goals and hold our own, and we can also go out and dominate and grind the wins out, and that's important if you want to be up there at the end of the season.
Perhaps one of the most important results, if you want, and the biggest results in the month was the next game against Rangers. Another 1-0 win, but obviously has a massive statement for your team and for the league as a whole. What did you make of that match as well? Yeah,
I thought that game was excellent. I thought the whole team were brilliant that day. We obviously went in with a game plan and we stuck to it, and we got the reward by getting the 3 points. Obviously Rangers are a difficult side to play against, but from the previous games we had confidence going into that game, and we worked so hard and put everything into practice, and we got the 3 points, so yeah, we're delighted.
What did that do for your side's confidence? Because, you know, I'd say that first defeat to Glasgow City could have had a knock-on effect going into big games such as that one. Coming away with the 3 points, what does it mean to the team as a whole?
Like you said, it's easy to knock confidence, but when you're performing and building up to big games, it obviously helps. So then to go into the big game, we were already obviously backing ourselves anyway, so we knew it was going to be difficult, and it was a difficult game, and we got the 3 points, so that's huge mentally for everyone, and it just shows that we're good enough to go and compete with teams that are also challenging.
Obviously gave you some form of confidence, because going into the game after that, a 6-2 win against Hibernian on a Friday night, tough conditions, but still your side came out comfortable winners in the end. What do you put such a result against such a historically strong team like Hibernian, what do you put that down to?
Like I said, I just put it through to good performances from us, and we were on a good run, and like you say, Hibs have always been a hard team to play against, and historically have always been successful, so it was important that if we were going to make a statement that we did have to go out and beat a team like Rangers previously and beat Hibs to show that we're trying to compete and we're wanting to compete and be there given the end of the season.
You scored arguably a goal of the season contender in that match. Give us your thoughts obviously before the ball came to you. What was going through your mind?
Well, Natalie had the ball and I was like, if she just lays this off to me, I can smash this basically. and then Nats obviously played a good weighted pass onto my left foot, and I saw the goal in front of me, and yeah, so it was just hitting.
In terms of Hibernian, you know, you've got some fond memories, I'm sure, and big historical moments with the club. Was it strange to be on the opposition side for that one, and to be winning in such a manner as well against them?
Yeah, obviously it was strange because I've never been back to play Hibs since I've left, so yeah, of course it was strange because you still know people there, you have good memories there, and they'll always be there. But on that night, obviously I'm a Celtic player and I have a job to do for the team that I'm playing for, and I done it for my team and we got the 3 points and I got a goal.
What kind of statement do you think that made, that victory? Because as we said, Hibs historically have been one of the strongest sides in women's football. The fact that Celtic came away 6-2 winners away from home and in a performance of that manner, what do you think that maybe, what kind of a statement do you think that made?
I hope it was obviously one that people knows that we're here to compete and not just here to take part, that we want to be successful, and whether that happens this season or next season or whenever, that we are on track and we are heading in the right direction and that we're building.
In terms of, we're now into the break, where you've got a kind of month off roughly, you're 2 points off top of the table. Going into the break, are you happy with Celtic being in that position at the moment?
Yeah, of course, you're still in contention for the league. Obviously everyone's got an eye on first and second spot, and obviously we do too, so being 2 points behind is something that's definitely not going to put you back. It's something that gives you confidence, because you know that going into the second half of the season, if you win your games, then you can end up top of the table. So yeah, it's a good position to be in, because it's still in our hands, so it's our control, so it's up to us what we do going into the second half of the season.
Based on the table at the moment, it looks like it's going to be a kind of a three-horse race for the title and the Champions League spot of second place. How exciting is that for the club to be in the position and to be challenging for those top spots?
Oh, it's massive. It's really exciting. That's obviously what you want to be part of. That's why you join such a big club, because you want to be in contention for Champions League places and titles. And like I said, it's all in our control. It's up to us what we do. So it's only us to lose it. So yeah, it's really exciting, and really can't wait for the second half of the season to start.
You come back after the break to face Glasgow City. Obviously we've spoken about the fact that defeat right at the start of the season, perhaps the side was just coming back from obviously kind of a second pre-season, if you like, at that point. Now that you've got a lot more games under your belt, what's the confidence perhaps going to be like coming back into the season, coming up against Glasgow City this time round?
Yeah, obviously we'll have confidence because we've came off the back of good performances, but at the same time Glasgow City are a very good team with a lot of strong players, and you can't overlook City. They've been champions for years for a reason, because they're very consistent over the course of the year, and they deserve credit for that, and I don't think anyone should overlook them, and we know that going into it. Yeah, we're confident in our own ability, but we're certainly not going to underestimate Glasgow City, because we know that they're a top side with a lot of good players, and they're not just going to let people come over and take over that top spot. They'll be willing to fight and put up the fight to keep it. So yeah, it's going to be a difficult game, but yeah, of course we're confident at the same time, but at the same time we don't think we're just going to walk in and win the game, because Glasgow City, like I said, they've been champions for a reason for years, and until someone takes that away from them, they're still champions, and they'll always be hard to beat.
Finally, you came out on top in both the public and the head coach's vote for this Player of the Month award. Is there any message of thanks that you would give to the people that did vote for you, and to the head coaches as well?
Yeah, obviously I want to say thanks to everyone who voted for me, because obviously no one voted for me, I wouldn't be stood here right now and I wouldn't be Player of the Month. But yeah, so yeah, thanks for the votes, and obviously I appreciate it massively, and it's nice to get rewarded for hard work. So yeah, thank you very much.